Okay, welcome back, guys. So, carrying off from where we left off, so I've gone around to download some more reference images that we can use. But for now, we're going to be using we're going to be using the concept from this particular reference image to kind of have an idea of how long the length of the hair should be for our character. So I think I have. Yes, let me show you guys the. Okay, not yet. Let's check this out. See how short the hair is, kind of close to our breast region, but we're still going to make some adjustments. Now these are some new reference image I got from Pinterest. Now I really like how this one flows down shoulder, which is quite similar to the major reference image. So we're going to be using this as a guide to kind of sculpt more details on the guide on the mesh we have as a guide. Let me create more room for this. Okay. So now let's see. I think I should rename this. Yes, let me rename this to something I can easily remember. A guide mesh. Okay, so let's get to work. Let me just I think the matcap gray is better. Okay, so I'm going to start working on this. So I want to kind of make but like where the band would be like if you look at this reference image, it's being tied at the back. So I'm going to kind of create something similar in there. I'll just kind of make that part a bit tighter. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let me just make some adjustments to this. I'm trying to capture the flow. I'm just trying to capture a more realistic flow to it. Though we're not going to be rendering that back part very much, but I still want to capture that flow. So let me max this out and then blur this out some more. Yeah, let me blur this out some more, then I'll shrink that in and just make some little adjustment to this to make this feel more believable. I don't really have a reference for the back ponytail, so I'm just going to use a rough idea of how the weight and mass of things should feel like. So keeping that in mind, you should also always keep in mind the weight or mass of the object, so to give you a clear idea or a concept or a conceptual idea of how drapey that particular mesh or model should be. So I'm using that idea now for the hair. So if the hair is more heavier, it tends to get pulled down. The gravity tends to pull that down some more compared to when the hair is so light that when the wind blows, it kind of is more freer to kind of flow around. So keeping that in mind, I don't know if that makes sense. So I'm going to kind of make this a bit thicker. Just looking at our reference image and then try to imitate what we have there, imitating the depth, information, and the volume and having idea and keeping in mind the mass of this hair for my reference to kind of do or create something that looks more believable. Okay, let's see what we can fix in here. Okay, now I'm just using the inflate brush to kind of I've already used the inflate brush to make this look more blobby. And I'm just using the move brush to just kind of push things back in some more. So I want to kind of spin this around. Yes, I want to spin this around. I want to kind of use the rotate tool to spin this around a bit. And kind of bring it closer to our chest region. Yeah, something like this. I think something like this should be fine. Let's see. Maybe we can make some more adjustments to this. Okay, something like this. Something like this looks fine. Okay, let me just push it as back some more. Okay, I think let me just go around and observe to be sure if this is working correctly. Okay. I'm sure you guys get the idea already. I'm just trying to make this feel more believable. I'm keeping in mind the transition of from the notes all the way to how it flows down and across our chest, and try to follow that S curve around it. I'm just trying to adjust the hair a bit more on the head, but I think I'm going to dynamize this some more just to fix some of those stretched out polygons around it. But let me check around to see if there's something else I can change in here. So always keeping in mind that you have to check all angles to be sure that all angles are kind of having that smooth transition to give you that believable look. Now I'm saying that's kind of pushing inwards, like pushing in towards the shirt. So I want to kind of raise that up a bit. I don't want that to intersect with the shirt too much. Though I'm going to be using XGen, so we'll have more control over that. But since I have this as a guide, I'm just going to try as much as possible. I'm just going to try as much as possible to make this feel more realistic. I think I want to just push this back in to make it look like that 7 kind of shape. Oh, I think my symmetry is not on the other side. I need to turn on symmetry. Okay, let me turn off local symmetry. I think it should work now, yeah. So I'll just use my brush side and just push this back in like so. Check the other side. Okay, working correctly. It's working correctly. Okay. Let's see what we have in here. I think I'm looking at the height of the hair. Trying to figure out the height of the hair. Let's look for something else. I was looking for something that gives us a better idea. Okay, yeah, that's 7 we did on the head just now. Yeah, I think that's a good reference for that. I think I'm just trying to check if the distance from the forehead to where the hairline actually starts from, if mine is okay. So I'm just trying to check and be sure. Okay, I think from this distance it looks good. I think yes. Though the back part still feels a bit weird, but I'll fix that. So I want to just fix this pattern on the head. I don't think this will work well. It needs to have that S curve shape around it. Let me see if I can use the move tool to adjust this. See, I can use the move tool to adjust this. Maybe I should. Oh no. Maybe I think I'll just redraw this. Let me go back a few steps and redraw this. I'm just kind of add that S curve shape to make it feel more organic. Something like so. Let's see. Okay, I think this should work. Okay, let me make this a bit deeper. Something around here should be fine. Okay, let's see. Okay, I dug in too deep. Let me see if I can use the clay brush tool to kind of bring some of those out. Okay, let me use the clay tool. Okay, something like this. You just smooth that back in. I think I went too far. So I'm just undoing a few steps. I'm trying to be more careful with this. And I'll just smooth that back in. Okay, what else can we change? So now I'm just taking a look at the height of the hair. Okay, let me just think. I'll turn off symmetry. Go back to my move tool and just kind of make this left hand side feel a bit lower. Just looking at the reference as a guide to kind of do this. And just check around. Now this back part looks too big. Let me smooth that out. I think I need to push. I think I'll turn on symmetry in here so I can affect both sides. And I'll just take down the brush size and just push this back in like so. And I'll just smooth that back out again. Okay, smooth that back in. Just to have a better transition. I'll just push this back a bit more inwards. Okay, what else? Yeah, push this in. Okay, yeah, it's beginning to feel a lot better. So let me just dynamesh this now. So let's try to do a dynamesh for this and get better topology. Yeah, I'll turn on my poly frame to see what I've done. I think this feels too much. Let's try something around 88 or 90. Oh, it won't work. It's not working. I need to smooth this out a bit, and then I can try again. Okay, I think this is fair enough. Since this is a guide, I don't need too much polygons on this. I just need a few. Just to have that smooth transition around it. Okay, let's see what we have. Just going around. I'm just going around stupendiously to be sure if everything is working in all directions. I'm just looking at the volume of this air on her shoulder. Just looking at the volume of the air. I think I need to add more volume to the air around where it rests on her chest region. Yeah, I need to add more volume to this. So I think I'll be using the clay brush. Yes. Oh, clay tube rather. And I'll just kind of add some more volume in here. Like so. Let's add some more. Okay, let's see. Now just smooth that back out. Okay, smooth that back in rather. Okay, let's see what else can we change in here. What else? Just let me take a look at this to be sure if the height of the hair is good enough. Okay, it's more or less the same with mine. The height of the hair is more or less the same with mine. For this, this looks good, but it feels too exaggerated. I don't want that. Compared to our reference image, ours is not too exaggerated compared to our main reference image. This feels too exaggerated. It's just too high. Okay. Compared to our reference image, it's not that high. Let's just stick with this reference image that we have in here. I think we can just stick with this. I'm sticking with that. Okay. So I'll just do some more minor adjustments to this. Just trying to check the volume of the back of the head. It feels too much, I guess. Feels too much, I guess. I think let me just push this in. Just push this in like so, and I'll smooth that back in. Oh, I think I have an issue at the other side. So I'll just turn off symmetry and I'll kind of do this individually, kind of. Okay, make some more. Trying to get a better transition in there. Better flow and transition. Okay. Just trying to, I'm just keeping in mind that S curve. Keeping in mind that S curve. Okay. Just push this like so. Okay. Okay. Let me push this down. I see that it's kind of entering the colors. I want to review some a bit more I want to review some of the colors. I'm just pushing that back out. Though we're still going to have more control. Though we're still going to have more control when we let me just do a quick save. We're still going to have more control when we are working with XGen for this. But just to have a good guide, just to have a good guide for this. So I think I'm going to be exporting this. Okay. I'm just checking around to be sure, always checking around to be sure if everything is working correctly. Okay. Okay, what else? What else? Okay, yeah, the minuscules. I think I'm going to adjust the minuscules some more. Let's check. I think. Okay. Yeah. So just to be on the safe side, I'm going to export the head model again. I'll just export the head model again. Then the minuscules, I think I'm just going to tweak this just a bit more. I think I'm going to tweak this just a bit more. Now this part of the lesson, you might not really need to do this. If your minuscule is just coming out just around the eyelid, that's just completely fine. But I think I'm just going to make some tiny adjustments to do just to push this out some more. So I'm going to transparency mode, kind of see that in there and try to bring that out. Just having a better angle on this just to bring that out some more. Okay. Okay. You can obviously skip this part of the lesson if you want, so that's completely fine. Because after I'm done with this, let's see. After I'm done with this, I'm just going to re-export the minuscules out again as OBJ. So I'm just checking the angles to be sure. Take out on transparency again. Increase my brush size a bit. Just try to find that angle in there. Okay. I see from this side. Okay, I think I see it now. Let me just push this out. Let me see what I have. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I think I need to push this out some more. Push this out some more. You have to really careful in here so you don't overdo it. I don't want it to be too obvious. At the same time, I don't want it to kind of completely disappear in there. So I'm kind of in between the tweaks. I'm just kind of in between. Just kind of in between the tweaks. If there's any word like that, anyways. Well, regardless, let's carry on. So let's just see. Let me see if I can change some things in here. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why this pass seems to. I just want that. I just want it to be out. I want to see it in there. To see it in there. I think here. I think we're getting it. Yes, this looks good enough. This looks good enough. So let me just use the clay brush to kind of build this out like so. Okay. Let's see. Looks fair enough. Fair enough, I believe. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll just export this out now. Yes. So I would go down to export settings. Go down to export settings first and turn off group. And I'll just do a quick export for this. Just do a quick export. Minuscule 2. Replace this. Yes. Okay. I think we're all good. I think we're all good. What else? What else? What else? Oh yeah, the hair. I think we need to export. I think we need to export this out. So let's turn off. Let's turn off groups for this. Sorry. Okay, let's turn off groups for this. From the export settings, let's turn off group. Export. And we'll just rename this to air guide mesh. Save. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. So I'll see you guys in the next lesson.